in practice for 24 years, and I like to not only practice internal medicine, but use nutrition as a prevention for preventions. You know, we doctors in the United States usually are trained to take care of problems after they arise, but not as prevention. So many articles are coming out in the medical literature of the benefits of fruits and vegetables that since start, you know, I've been recommended to my patients as a prevention for all of these illnesses. In the last couple of years, just going to mention some of the journal that has published information. The Lancet published last year an article where the importance of eating 5 fruit servings a day, and they compare people eating fruit and vegetables 5 times a day versus none, and the incidence of strokes. And what they find out was that for those patients who were followed and were complying by eating the recommended 5 servings a day, they have a noticeable decrease incidence of a stroke, close to 30%. Let me just give you an information. The study shows here that in the United States, we only, even though the recommendations are that you have 5 fruit servings a day, only approximately 20% of the people comply with that. The rest of us, and I say us because I'm one of them too, don't eat enough fruit and vegetable to comply with that. It's come very handily because it's loaded. As you well know, it's a blend of 19 different fruits, being the acai berry, you know, the most important one in there, and it's loaded with natural antioxidants. Let me diverge a little bit and explain a little bit more about this, because when people think about antioxidants, the majority of the people and physicians, they think about vitamin E and vitamin C. No, vitamin A. No, the antioxidant that I'm talking about is natural antioxidant, quercetin, phytoestrins, anthocyanidins, and the list goes on and on. These 24,000 different type of antioxidants out there in the fruits. Those are the one I'm making reference to. And like I mentioned, not only Lancet published this, but Annals of Internal Medicine, the Green Journal, the JAMA, they have Journal of American Medical Association. In the last 24 months, they have published multiple articles, okay, with the importance of eating fruits and what it does. Now, I mean, I'm reading all these articles together with the rest of them. As a practicing internist, I have to recommend to my patients to eat fruit and vegetables every day. And if they cannot do it because they don't have the time to do it, it's fulfilling that purpose. You know, that's what I'm so excited about, because being that blend of 19 fruits and having the acai there coming from the Amazons is loaded with these antioxidants that is going to help them. Prevention and nutrition. It's very, very important. I had a patient the other day came to me and say, I'm taking acai and I'm not feeling better. So I went on and said, well, you start with how you mentioned acai. Oh, yeah, I went to a health food store and bought acai, and it tastes lousy, and I don't get the pep, and I don't get the energy that I had when I was taking it. And I said, why did you switch? Oh, they told me that was the same thing. Let me just diverge a little bit and explain to the listeners. Okay, when the acai fruit is taken out of the tree, unless you do something to preserve the antioxidants on the fruit, within 24 hours you're going to lose approximately 50% of the power of those antioxidants. You let it go for fermented for a couple of days, you lost 75%. Okay, so by the time these acai products reach the natural health food store, there's a chance that they might have only 10% of the power of the acai and the other fruits, as you mentioned before, is go through a process called acai where it's preserved. Dr. Charles has done a lot of research with Dr. Carlson in this, and they went back and forth until they finally got this final product. Acai preserve, the majority of the antioxidant power in the mind. And that's what sets, one of the things that sets our acai different from the acai out there. And two is the blend. We have a blend they have chosen. The scientists, Dr. Charles, Dr. Carlson, have chosen 18 other fruits that have been proven to help health for preventing measurements, that are full also of antioxidants. They made this blend. That's what is so superior to the rest